Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be exploring the top 10 architects on YouTube. We're going to be traveling the globe. I've been scouring the internet to find the best architects on YouTube. So please sit back, enjoy, and wait for number 10 at the end. Also, please subscribe, comment, share, enjoy. Okay, the first video I want to show you of architect Steve Rubio. He's based in Colombia and he has this fantastic YouTube channel called Show It Better. Now what Steve really seems to focus on is the presentation side of architecture. So he'll be looking at 3D rendering, using Photoshop, how to create amazing site plans. And what I like about this guy, he does it with humor. It's also really good that if you become a patron of him, he'll give you the actual long form video, which can run to 3 hours long. So you could actually, study this and learn something. And that's what I think he provides really good value. So his videos on YouTube are shorter and they're speeded up, but they are quite entertaining, and some of the images I find incredible.
Hey guys, my name is Steven. I am the creator of Show It Better, and in today's video I want to show you a process of transforming a normal render into a post-digital collage. Guys, my name is Steven. Welcome to another video, and today we're going to see if this is really necessary for architects.
Oh no!
Lights, and I wanted that to be the contrast between the warm lights of the street versus the cool lights of the sky. And I also tried adding some lights onto the inside of the building, but they weren't being that relevant. They weren't intense enough. I don't know, it just wasn't looking well. So a special part of the image, and then learning how to transform and adapt it to the perspective. So if you press Control T on your keyboard, and by pressing Alt, you can change the perspective of any type of texture that you want. After you do this, well, you have maybe 2 hours more doing this, but I didn't, I was just tired.
So the second architect in this show is Tim Ong of Ong Studio. So he's an architect, very different from the last one. He creates and builds things as well. So Tim looks at using cardboard, recycled cardboard, and creating amazing lights out of them. I'll give you an example. So he's doing videos such as how to make a minimal wood serving tray, how to make a minimal personal wood table, how to even make a beer caddy with a laser cutter. So he goes into detail about how he creates these things, and it takes him back to the model making days of being an architect, and his work is phenomenal. So please check out Tim Ong of Ong Studio. He's great.
Tim here from Ong Studio, and today we're taking a look back at all the projects I designed and made in 2020. Until now, I've been able to share my process of designing and making 35 custom projects. Here are all the projects I've made in 2020, organized by material. Starting with my cardboard projects, I wanted to explore the idea of transforming a common material like cardboard that we often think of as trash and turn it into beautiful projects. So the first cardboard project I designed was the helix lamp, which explored the idea of a double helix void going up the exterior of a cylindrical shape.
So my third architect on this YouTube video is Russell Henderson. His YouTube channel, Architect Russell. He's a British architect, Arabic chartered, but he lives in Tanzania. And Russell does these amazing travel vlogs. So he visits places such as China, Zambia, Thailand, and he shows the local architecture in them cities. And that's incredible. He's also done this video called 13 items every architecture student should have. I would check it out. And he is now really big on TikTok as an architect, which is great to see.
Well, in this video, I'll be recommending 13 items every architecture student should have before starting architecture university. And stick around to number 1 because you might be surprised. Anyway, I'm not going to waste your time, ask you to subscribe and all that nonsense. So let's start off with number 13, obvious one, phone.
What is the band? Hell of a view. It doesn't disappoint. The band doesn't disappoint. My friend, Yusong Singh. Say hello. Expected this. This kind of feels weird because if you're ever in trouble and you can't find something, you always Google it. But that's not available.
So number 4 is Sarah Colata. She is an architect based in Germany who is really passionate about architecture and profit and business, and she does some great interviews. So the format is to kind of generally to interviewing other people, whether it's in academic field or architects who understand business. These are great interviews, and I thoroughly recommend them. So number 4, Sarah Colata.
Hey Simone, hey guys, this is Sarah Colata and Simone de Gaulle, and we're back on our Friday evening talk show called The Value of an Architect.
That point may be coming in the future, but that's not what computational design is for. It's used as a tool to shape your thinking differently so that you can really engage more.
You know what you want to I know the method, I know the approach, and I just want to implement that in a way and allow the tool to be really a helper and a design thinking tool, working with, algorithmic thinking, for example. So
number 5, all the way from New York City in the US, is Drew Paul Bell. So Drew is a recently qualified architect by the sounds of it. He does great videos on portfolios, how to get a license within the architecture in America. And he has a style where sometimes he's in his own personal space talking to the camera, and other times he's out in New York just freestyling it and giving his thoughts on architecture and that whole subject. So it's really good value. He's posting a lot, and I really enjoy his content, and I think it's a natural style of communicating architectural ideas.
Drew Paul Bell, and in today's video I want to clarify some things about the process of becoming an architect. You have to get your degree, you have to get your interning hours, and then you have to pass the exams. That's to be a licensed architect. Now, at lunch you feel like everything snowballs and now all of a sudden you're not done with your work when you're supposed to be done. You're working late into the night. Look, if that happens, it happens. The next day, get up and get things in order and start again.
Number 6, wait for it. This guy is the Gordon Ramsay of architecture. He's an urbanist, yes, he's from Copenhagen, and this person goes out into urban environments and discusses the real issues. So he talks about bridges that are complete failures and sort of shows you why they're a problem. He'll now, obviously because of coronavirus, he'll get Google Maps up of cities and just sketch over the Google Maps and says why this is a problem, why this doesn't work. And he's just swearing, he's just so confident, and it's great entertainment, but you learn something, which is really important. So Michael, you're great. I love your work.
In the unholy trinity of bridge stupidity in Copenhagen. Here it is, the Inner Harbor Bridge, Innehavnsbroen in Danish. This monster of a bridge is important. The location of it is very intuitive and very useful. It comes from the medieval city center, and we're just sort of waiting for the day. Hang on. It's simply not intuitive design if people who live in one of the world's great bicycle cities continue to make this mistake. And then if you look over here, this has got to be the funniest thing. They put up warning signage on the bridge to warn people that they're going to hit the glass. Anytime you have to put a sign up saying this is how the design works or this is how the design might hurt you, then it is just really shitty design. This one-way street. It was incredibly simple. Man, the lane widths are wider than some European countries. That's how incredibly wide they are. You just drive along and you can drift left and right. I do this all over the place. Like I said, I can't unsee it. Barcelona, on the huge Diagonal Boulevard, one part of it there, and you take that photo and slap on the filter. Ooh, that hurts. Another one, photo sent in to me from a friend of mine in Sao Paulo. Exactly the same thing. When you slap on the arrogance of space filter, bam.
Number 7, wow, Rishabh from the Blessed Arch. This guy from India, he is so intense, so fast talking, entertaining. His videos are hilarious, but you learn something. I just think this is a real find, and I believe he's architect and now he's quit because he's making so much money off YouTube. So please check him out and you'll just see what I mean. Watch this clip.
Did you know that there's a new public place in New York, which is actually a series of endless stairs? Heatherwick Studios' vessel will take the form of an endless stairway at the New York Hudson Yards, inspired by the mesmerizing geometries of the Indian stepwell. And will for sure offer a workout to the visitors because there are almost 2,500 individual steps in the structure. The steel structural frame has been clad in a Did you know that Saudi architects have completed the construction of the tallest indoor waterfall? Look at that water go. Whee! Featuring a lush indoor forest, Singapore's Jewel Changi Airport was designed to reinvent public spaces. The tallest indoor water fountain has a glass.
So number 8 is Natalie Perry from Unraveling Architecture. Now, Natalie is not quite an architect yet. She's studying her master's and she does these great vlogs. She talks honestly about what life is like as a student. I had to include it. She's prolific about putting out videos, talking about architecture, going out into the field or talking from her dorm. It's incredible work, well edited, and it's entertaining to watch. And she teaches you something really well. So, yeah, great videos. And she's at number 8.
Hey guys, it's your girl Nat here. I have a requested video for you guys today. Today I'm going to talk about the 9 must-have essentials for architecture school. For those of you who don't know, my name is Natalie Perry. I recently graduated from The Ohio State University with my Bachelor's of Science in Architecture. I am attending University of Pennsylvania in the fall to obtain my master's degree, and I start in September. The fall semester is quickly approaching, and I mentioned in previous videos that sometimes the kits are a ripoff because you don't really need all the stuff that are in these toolkits. If you choose to forego this toolkit, I would recommend at least getting these 9 essential things for any incoming architecture student to survive the major. This is the part 2 as to how to draw a beautiful floor plan. And in this video, I will be going over the details of a floor plan that really elevate your floor plan and drawing quality. So in the past video, part 1 to this series, if you want to check it out, click up here. I went over the drawing basics, how much I offset my walls, what.
Number 9, all the way from London, Daniel Titchener. Now, his first video received 1.6 million views. It's titled My Minimalist Micro Apartment, 300 square feet. Now, his videos are cool, they're clean, they're very architecty, the production levels are amazing, and he's got 100,000 followers with just 15 videos, and it's probably risen since then. But yeah, check out his work. He looks at micro apartments, he looks at mindset, he looks at daily habits. It's kind of a life, it's like watching an architect's lifestyle with just understanding how you can store things and create minimalist environments in a small space. Check out his work. It's really incredible.
Smaller spaces is becoming increasingly common in our big cities, as they often offer a cheaper and more sustainable option than larger homes. My name's Daniel Titchener, and I'm an architect and photographer living in London, and this is my 300 square foot minimalist apartment. I live here with my wife Nisha, and the challenge of sharing such a small space is fitting in all of our possessions while still enjoying all of the luxuries of a bigger space. There are a few things we did in order to make this work. In the living area, the table we chose uses a hinge system that adjusts between coffee table and dining table height. Once raised, the table can be pulled apart and extended using a hidden panel, allowing us to comfortably seat up to 6 people. Our console then doubles as both storage and individual seating using cushions that we store underneath our sofa.
Or not. Every time we go to brush our teeth, drive our car, or use our computers, a small part of our brain sets in action a series of activities that we perform, often without even realizing. We call these things habits. We've done these things so many times. So right now, as you can imagine, I'm spending a lot of time indoors, so the amount of space I have to utilize here at home is somewhat valuable. Interestingly though, a survey done by Closet Maid in 2016 showed that the average American woman has 103 items of clothing in her closet. Now, I personally don't own that much, but when living in a small space, finding the room to store all of these can be a daunting prospect. First rough sawn from the log, it is a true 2x4, but the drying process and planing of the board reduce it to a finished size of 1.5 by 3.5, and I was good to go. Putting all this together was relatively simple, and although I toyed with the idea, I'm not going to take it all apart and put it back together for the video, although that is something I would quite like to do. It really was just a matter of following the IKEA instructions to build the dressers, screwing the 4-legged frame together, and throwing on the slats.
So, who is number 10? Of course it's Eric Reinhold. So his studio, 30 by 40, again, an American. This is like the Martin Scorsese of architecture. His videos are incredibly well produced. His sketching, the lighting, how he talks, he's the real deal. I haven't seen an architect anywhere near this guy on YouTube. He is the one to watch. Please check out his videos. I'm trying to get there. I doubt I ever will. He must have a whole production team working on his videos. So please check it out. The last video, he's great. Eric.
So I've been in this workspace for about 4 years, and of course the clutter has crept in. I've held on to more things than I've let go of, and now that we have 3 people working from home, it was time to update the workspace to suit our current needs. So I want to share with you what I've done to tidy things up, to make it more efficient, and share some tips to help you refresh your workspace as well.
Hi, thank you for watching. I've left all of the links to their channel down in the description, so please follow them, subscribe to them. They're great. They're creating great content which is educational. It's also entertaining, which is what I think is that great combination. So please tune in next time. Please subscribe. Please feel free to comment, share with people, and I will see you soon.